can incorporate fitness, you can incorporate exercise any way you want to choose to say it into your lives without going to a gym. You don't need a lot of expensive equipment. A simple program such as you have here can get you started. And if in turn you get so stressed out about it and need to relax, the green sheet will show you just how to do it. Okay? So in other words, these are two very promising sheets of information for you. Don't throw it out when you're leaving. Keep it, refer to it. I think you'll appreciate it in the future.
Just take a second and just give you a sense of how what you have in mind here.
Sure. Basically, okay, let's just do, if you look at the salmon-colored program, these are all 4 exercises in order to keep to what we call the pelvic girdle stability. In other words, excuse me, if you can, what you're trying to do is contain yourself, the alignment through your body. So in other words, to balance your hips with your shoulders, and when you pelvic tilt, in other words, when you squeeze your buns, when you put a loonie there and try to hold it with your buns, you will see that it stacks you up. Just look at the difference when I slouch and I'm pretending I've just put a loonie in. And you see how I'm growing and how I gain height. And I'm rather proud to state that at my age, and you can appreciate I am a woman of a certain age, I have not lost any height. And most women, most men at my age have done so. So it's through engaging and your muscles and making your body work for you that you can do this. And as I say, you just stack up. And this, through doing this kind of programming, eventually you'll see how it allows you just to do that. And then over here, okay, in the back, there are simple band exercises. Have you ever seen any of the bands? Okay, in a band, again, you bend your knees, you lock your buns, you put your hands up, and you work your bands in every direction. Again, it opens up your chest, allows you to breathe, and at the same time, oxygenates your body and relaxes you. So they're very, very effective exercises and can be done anywhere, anytime. And as I say, and if you incorporate that into your life and you outgrow those sheets, then do whatever you have to.
Now, before you go, where can people get the band? Where can they buy the bands?
And most of the fitness stores, they look something like this. Let me see, I brought one along. They come, let me just demonstrate if I may. I didn't know how much time we had, so the lowest level, not to hurt, is a pink. Then there's a green. Then there's a purple and a gray. And basically, they look like that, okay? And let me just see. I'm demonstrating just what you're happening in the sheet. And you can see how you work your body, okay? But I don't know, they run about $5, $6 a band. And you can get them at any of the fitness stores, okay? And as I say, if you haven't exercised, in order to avoid injury, always start on the lowest level and build yourself up. You can look at them later on when the class is finished. Can we proceed?
Yes, I
okay,
was going to ask about how you can get a chair, but I think everybody knows.
Well, you know.
Thank you.
Just don't do it here right now. Okay, where am I? Okay, we're going to continue. Where are we? Health? Okay. Health, vitality, and long life. Health, vitality, and a long life are desirable goals, and these can be achieved. Start by making a commitment to yourself. Start by respecting, honoring, and loving yourself. The winner is always the one with the fewest doubts. Keep your focus and give it your all. Most people do not reach their potential, but those who do will become the champions and reap the many benefits. To change one's life, don't say tomorrow. Start immediately and do it flamboyantly. Give it the extra and with no exceptions. Remember, there is no old age. There's only neglect, because you eventually become older individuals. Baby steps go a long way, so begin here. The body that you bring into the aging process is what's important. Helen Keller was asked, what could be worse than being blind? Her response was, having sight but no vision. And so it is with your body. Have sight, have vision, maintain it at all costs. Keep your eyes on the rewards. Good health means a lifetime of dividends. No other investment will give you a better long-term yield, period. Sorry. When you're young, you give your health for wealth. When you're older, you end up giving your wealth for health. So let's begin with sensible nutrition. Select daily foods as recommended by Canada's Food Guide. You can easily get that online. The major problem is caloric pollution, overeating. Learn to live with less. Downsize your portions. Indulge in fruits and vegetables. Watch for hidden calories in low-fat and fat-free foods. Forget the promises of quick and easy weight loss schemes. If you have a weight problem, nip it in the bud. Talk to a professional. Be more hungry for life than for food. Always assess the situation. Are you really hungry or just bored? If so, take a walk. Drink a glass of water. Distract yourself for 15-20 minutes. Chances are you were not in need of food. And trust me, nothing will taste as good as being trim, thin, and fit. It is a known fact that you can slow down the aging process by eating less. Caloric restriction is still the best way to go. If any of you read the Globe and Mail, Leslie Beck is a well-known nutritionist, and I quote her in her recent article. She says it best, when it comes to preventing weight gain, it's time to focus on the quality of our diets. Small differences add up over time. Total calories can make a big difference to your weight. Perhaps not today, but most certainly down the road. And it is true. All other methods cannot be sustained for a prolonged period of time. They are fads, they're yo-yo syndromes, and I'm sure most of you have heard of them. The Scarsdale diet, the peanut butter diet, the cabbage diet, the Atkins diet, you name it. But more recently, the Pierre Duquesne diet. Have any of you heard of that? I don't believe it. Has no one seen Pippa Middleton's rear end? Come on. It was televised all the time. And that's her diet. She's done well.
So what is the diet? What is
Pierre Duquesne diet.
Well, I don't know.
Well, it's a variation.
He doesn't know my diet,
I
don't know his.
But it's such a variation. You can, there's a book out now, and it's emphasizing, very restricted intake and how to accommodate your proteins and your carbohydrates and things like that.
So
but it's all nonsense.
Okay, that's fine.
It's all nonsense, okay? But the fact is that she gained a lot of popularity in her white dress when she was serving her sister Kate during the wedding. Whatever it is, simply stick to the basics and you'll never go wrong. My young granddaughter Zoe, sorry.
I have a quick question for you about what's your take on coffee?
Enjoy it. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of controversy. They say that coffee is good for you. I myself drink at least one a day, possibly two on occasion. But I love it. Are you kidding? I can lie in a horizontal position and let it drip in.
Well, I do. I drink lots of
Coffee, to die for, along with wine. Anyway, my young granddaughter, Zoe, loves to make decadent brookies, apple pies, and cheesecake. When being served, I always tell her, sweetheart, only a sliver of this or that. I know what it means to indulge. Simply 1 minute of delight in the mouth and 5 years of excess luggage on the hips. Exercise daily. You have to exercise if you don't want age and sickness catching up with you. Start now, no matter what your age, even if you've never exercised before. Research has shown, time and time again, that there are many benefits. You cannot build up a store of fitness that will last a lifetime. You need to exercise regularly all of your life and should exercise more, not less, as you grow older. Exercise helps you feel good and your very best and allows you to achieve and maintain a healthier and productive lifestyle. So why wait to improve your quality of life? A life of movement is a life of freedom. Take time to learn about your body and to train it well. Minimize your injuries by doing what is right for your body. Make it work for you and not against you. Do a simple exercise program every day, as I have shown you. It's a no-brainer. 15 minutes of your day, you can do it. If possible, hire a personal trainer to assess you, then let him or her design a program for you. Participate in any sports that you like. Simply walk or swim for at least 30 to 45 minutes 4 times a week. I still play tennis 3 times a week and feel that it's most important to be physically fit. But always err on caution. If you have any issues, check with your doctor first. Walking is an activity for a lifetime. Canada's Physical Activity Guide shows you how to be active your way every day. In the forks versus feet debate, both diet and exercise matter, as per Dr. Yoni Friedhoff, director of the Bariatric Institute in Ottawa. He states, "It is increasingly clear that the 2 factors cannot be separated." Incorporate the big 3 R's into your life: rest, relaxation, and relationships. Rest. It is a fact that Canadians are a sleep-deprived society. Our bodies function more efficiently when we have sufficient rest. As a matter of fact, in today's Globe and Mail, as you can see, I love the newspaper, there was an interesting quote. It says here, research published in the journal Sleep suggests that sleeping longer can markedly improve physical performance, says the BBC News. When Stanford University's male basketball team was asked to sleep for 10 hours a night for around 6 weeks, their shooting accuracy improved by 9%. The study at the U.S. University found that getting enough sleep and rest was as important as training and diet for elite athletes. I thought that was rather interesting. I hope you do too. Most of us don't know how to relax. Now's the time to examine your needs and to act accordingly. Take the time to enjoy your hobbies or whatever gives you pleasure. Ronald Reagan, former U.S. president, believed it was essential to take a break. He loved ranching. He loved riding horses. He believed that there was nothing better for the inside of a man than the outside of a horse. And I still have my own way of relaxing. I love to go, I don't know if any of you have heard of Kugagami in Northern Ontario. It's some 800 miles north of here, northwest of here. I still love to canoe and to kayak. It's heaven. And being in nature just really puts life into perspective for me. So find your own place. Relationships. Stay connected with people you love. Do something nice for someone else, and the rewards will be many. Do you think that this is such a difficult task? No, it isn't. Start with a simple visit to someone you love, or arrange to have lunch with someone. Make a phone call. Happiness is a state of mind, and very hard to measure. We do know money doesn't buy happiness. Higher incomes and greater wealth don't make people happier. Surveys are showing us what is making us happy, and it's worth listening to. Believe it or not, be grateful for what you have. A healthy body, a capable mind, independence, a loving family, satisfying career or work, and your community involvement. These score high on contentment tests. Wise people have been saying this for years. Now science does too. Perhaps it is time to listen. Mahatma Gandhi said, happiness is when what you think and what you say and what you do are in harmony. make